morning, good morning. Hey, welcome to all the new folks and welcome back everybody. How is everybody doing today? It's been 1 week exactly today since we started our carnivore challenge, you guys. How's everybody feeling? What a night last night. I could not get to sleep. I had so much energy, I couldn't go to sleep. What time did I kept waking Harry up. I feel bad for him, but I probably fell asleep about 2 a.m. finally. I tossed, I turned, I couldn't sleep. I turned the fan, adjusted the fan. We have a fan in our bedroom. It makes noise, plus gives a little air circulation.
Well, I need the noise because of the humming.
You need the noise. Our air conditioning, you guys, is on 77 degrees. Yeah, Harry needs the noise to counteract his tinnitus in his ears. Tinnitus, however you say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, we'll go over the big board in a minute, but I wanted to share with you guys what we had to eat yesterday because it has a direct effect on our weight loss today. Also yesterday, pardon me, I worked out. I walked on the treadmill. I lifted my arm weights. I ended up not going in the jacuzzi. Harry went in the jacuzzi last night. The dust was kicking up in the air and I just didn't want to be out there because I had a little bit of a sinus issue going on yesterday, and I think it's because we get these things called haboos, windstorms that are dirt storms basically, and it comes from the south area, and there was some dirt being kicked up in the air and you could just smell the earth when you went outside. So that caused some sinus issues for me. Hope I don't sniff today, but if I do, I apologize. Harry will tell me, won't you, Harry?
I'll try.
Yeah, he'll try. Anyway, folks, let me share with everything that we ate yesterday because it does have a direct effect on what we had today. So let me get that for you guys. We only had a 14-hour fast because we ate really late the night before. And we indulged in, we had a meat fest is what we had. But yesterday we were perfectly carnivore. We started out with a delicious half-pound hamburger, you guys. That hamburger patty was cooked in tallow. Sorry, I put lard, it was tallow, it was beef. I had an ounce of sharp cheddar cheese. Harry had no dairy, no cheese yesterday, except for the cream in his coffee. We each had one of those Teton 100% beef Polish sausages, and Harry had 2 of those. We each had a New York steak and 1 tablespoon of butter on top. We had 2 scoops of collagen, and I had 2 tablespoons of cream total. Harry had 4 teaspoons of cream total. And we had stevia in our cream. I did not have any yogurt. Harry had no dairy other than the cream yesterday, did you, Harry?
All right.
No cheese.
Nope.
So, as a result of that...
No cheese.
No cheese. Harry went down, you guys. He went down 0.2 of a point. I remained the same. And I think part of that is lack of sleep, tossing and turning, hormones up, or cortisol and such, because I have bags under my eyes this morning. You know, I feel foggy because I have not had any sleep. Harry did awesome. So this is what Harry and I are going to do. He really wants to get off of all dairy, including cream. He just wants to try and experiment to see if his weight will lose. So this week, you guys, now if you guys are allergic or lactose intolerant and you cannot have cream and you're using a milk substitute like almond milk, that's fine. You guys have to do for you. We have a container of the coconut almond milk, and he's going to start using this today, you guys, because he really wants to see if it's the dairy that's kicking him. And obviously it looks like he started it yesterday. We switched over yesterday, didn't we? Just to see. And you guys, he dropped weight. I'm sticking to
I did the day
cream.
before too.
You did?
Yeah, I went down to 4.
We just wanted to see.
I gotta go look at the big board.
You have to look at the big board.
You know, to see.
But I'm gonna do that. I know a couple of carnivore Keto Christina in the UK. She's in the UK. She puts a little bit of, it's either coconut or almond milk in her milk. So, you know, if you guys, carnivore is another thing. There's super strict, there's medium, and there's light carnivore, and he's just adding that just to see if that helps with his weight loss or not. And his gut biome, his gut's been acting up, man.
Yeah, I kind of think it's because we've changed to a new way of eating.
Well, that too. That too.
Because I've noticed it. I noticed this about the 3rd day in.
Right.
I started having some problems.
Lower intestinal issues.
Yeah, lower intestinal. In other words, a lot of like gas and a lot of rumbling and noises and.
And see, I'm having
some pain.
Very loose movements, you guys.
Movements, yes, movements.
Explosively so. So, yeah, that's another thing. In the middle of the night, about 2 a.m., I had to get up to move. So to speak.
Yeah.
I know, you guys, that's TMI, but you know what? Everybody poops. What can I say? Anyway, let's go to the big board. Harry's very proud of his
Let's go to the big board.
Let's go to the big board right over here, folks. I'm going to be Vanna.
Yeah.
And Harry is going to say, so from Monday to Monday is our weigh-in. And this is what we did through the week. I lost a total of 0.6 of a point, even though I went down. You know, during the week, I went up today. Harry did not lose anything because if you look at our Monday
well,
to
you didn't
Monday,
go up today. You stayed the same.
Right. No, I went down. I went down 0.6 of a point. This is what I weighed the first day of the carnivore, which is 180 and 0.6. Today I weighed 180. Harry weighed exactly the same, you guys, but he went down overall. Because he went up 2 pounds over here because of the cheese. Yeah,
but that still comes out to a 0.
Of course it does. But that's why we like to weigh. That's why we like to weigh in every day, because we can see I went down to 179.0 right on Saturday, but then I went back up to 180. So this makes me feel better. If you look across here. You know, it makes me feel better because it shows me going up and down. But overall, for the week,
yeah,
I went down 0.6 of a point.
Yeah.
Right here,
right.
0.6 of a point. This is week 1, and see, this works really well, you guys. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So that's for the first week. We'll be able to show a total. So that works out really nice, you guys. So let me see, back up a little bit. We're going to have hamburger patties that I made yesterday, and Harry can have that Grand Teton. I wasn't really tracking my food calories very well, and I've also been eating way high in the calorie range, 1,600, 1,700, which for me is like amazing. Amazing.
That's
but
a lot.
I'm going to start limiting the butter that we're putting on. I'm going to see if less fat does something for us this week. So we were doing the 2-to-1 ratio. You know, my fat has been higher than my protein. I want to get it to be the same or my fat a little less this week. I'm trying to strive for 100 grams minimum of protein for Harry and I, and see if that makes a difference this week. It's all about experimenting on yourself to see what works. Yes, the fat tastes fabulous, but I want to pull away some of the fat, work with just the fattier pieces of meat, and not add a lot of extra fat, and see if that makes a change or not. If it doesn't make a change, I'm going back to the fat man, but if it makes a change, then I'm going to use it. Hey, you guys, a lot of you lost weight. I'm so proud of you guys. A lot of you guys are exercising. We'll go over that more in comments today. I plan on doing comments. I usually don't do them on the weekend because I don't want to sit. If I walk over and sit at my workspace, some of you don't know, during the zombie apocalypse lockdown virus, and Arizona's back on lockdown, we're a hot spot that's getting under control finally. If I sit down at my work desk, I'm going to see my work stuff, and I literally will start working. So I try to stay away from my workspace, and that's where my laptop is. So Saturday and Sunday, I take a break from that stuff. So Anyway, folks, I'm really excited for everyone. You guys successfully made it through a week. Are you guys going to continue with me? Are you going to do it another week? Are you going to do it for the whole month? Leave me a comment below, you guys. Let me know. And when it comes to comments, we'll talk and chit-chat a little bit more about how everybody's doing. I will see everybody in the next segment and when we break our fast. But I've got to get to my emails right now.
What happened to your glasses? I broke them. You know that. Oh, it might taste pretty good.
No. Gotta eat now, folks. Hi everybody. Hey you guys, it's after 10 o'clock, but we're gonna break our fast a little earlier today. And I'm gonna reheat these hamburger patties that we had yesterday. We made them and cooked them in the air fryer, so I'm gonna reheat them, and I'm gonna reheat this Teton sausage, Polish sausage. I'm gonna cook us each a couple of eggs, 2 eggs, and Harry's gonna get the Teton sausage and a patty, and I'm gonna get a patty and 2 eggs. So let me get these in to heat. Excuse me, Shinsky. It's gonna be a yolk. It was stuck but not broken in the pan, so it's gonna be a dinky Dan. So we're each having 2 eggs. And we'll come back when this is all plated, you guys. The eggs are done, and I'm weighing a hamburger patty to find out how many ounces that is. That's 6, a little over 6. What's this one? 6. They're both 6.5. Boy, you did a good job. That was 6.49. This one is 6.14. So I'm going to have that one. I'm going to give Harry the bigger of the 2. I'm going to eat this little yolk on mine.
Or you can have a big one.
I don't need a big one. I'm just going to have this. That's all I need, because I don't need that much. I want to track how much I eat, you guys, because I want to make sure I'm eating enough protein. That's my biggest reason to track right now. And I've got some beautiful pork pieces out right over here for dinner. Okay, everybody, this is what we are having for our break fast.
You say again?
This is what we're having for breakfast, you guys. Can you see, Harry? Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
It looks really good.
He's shaking. It's because it's heavy.
Yeah, I'd say it's heavy.
Patties.
Yeah.
Gotta eat now, folks. Hey, everyone. Oh, how's it going today, you guys? I finally got just a little bit of time that I can go through comments. I probably, well, not probably, but like I said earlier, I usually don't go through comments because if I sit down at my computer, this is my desk for my home office, work office, I end up reading emails and starting to work, and you know, they cut my hours to 32 hours a work week, so I'm not gonna work, you know, so it's hard for me to look at everything. But anyway, you guys, wanna say congratulations to a few folks. Hey, congratulations, Pam. You guys, she's on the carnivore diet and she has lost a total of 4.8 pounds so far. Woo! You go, Pam. You go, girl. Hey, I'm really happy to hear that some of you guys are exercising. That's really cool. Chastity gets to walk outside. It's not too hot there in Texas, huh? Linda walks on a treadmill like I do. And, hey, Linda, I totally understand about knees. This knee of mine, whoo! If I take one step in the wrong direction, I can wake up. Be perfectly fine, wake up like I was last week, and my knee, you guys didn't see it because I had a little knee brace on underneath my clothes, but oh my gosh, for no reason at all, my knee can start acting up, you know? And then the next day it felt better, so who knows? Hey, Kim does an elliptical, and Kim, you know what? I used to love my elliptical. I had it in Washington State before we moved, but it was so big and so long. It was like 6 feet long. So I gave it away before we left to some family members that stayed in Washington State, but I really like an elliptical. Since then, I bought a Bowflex. It's kind of a elliptical arm whole thing, and my daughter Chalice and David have it at their house, and David actually loves it, so they're using that one, and we have the treadmill here. We downsized house size quite a bit. We went from California raising 3 kids. That was our largest house. We downsized a little bit in Washington State when we built our house from the ground up in Washington on an acre of wooded property. And then we downsized again when we moved here. You know, and you can only you can only pack so much stuff and take stuff. And I literally have some boxes that I packed in California over 27 years ago, and they're still in my storage facility. I need to go through them. Harry says, don't look at them, don't look at them, just you know, get rid of them. And I'm like, no, I have to go through them, because some of them is stuff that was my grandma's or my great aunt's or somebody, you know, it's sentimental to me. I can't release it yet, so I have to go through and look through those things. Anyway, on to Keto Carnivore. How's everybody doing? This is week 2, you guys. Now, Harry and I are, he's really stressed and a little bit upset about his weight stall. And I think that he really is lactose intolerant. And I did have to pull, and I'm going to pull him off of the heavy whipping cream. He started using it last night, but he had some cream to begin with in his thing. And he says he used some, you know, so I thought, okay, then let's do this. Let's take the heavy whipping cream out of the equation so that lactose is out of the equation 100%. And let's go with the almond, with that Khalifa almond coconut milk, and see how you do there. So we're going to see how he does, but everything else for him is totally carnivore. Now, I'm going to stop using the avocados. I'm going to try not to use as much cheese this week just because of Harry, because everything I want to eat, he wants to eat. It's like if I get hungry for chaffles, he's going to go, oh, chaffles, no, I want some. And I'm going to say, no, honey, you can't have it because it's got cheese and it's got heavy cream in it. And then he's going to pout. Yeah, Harry's a powder. Big time powder, I must say. He'll go, I love chaffles. I want chaffles too. And then he'll get mad the next day because he won't lose any weight, or his weight will go up or whatever. So I really have to monitor it. If I eat it, he's going to want it, so I can't eat it. I'm the one deprived here. Anyway, I'll do it because I love him. That's right. I'll do it because I love him. Hey, Tina, I hope you're safe and hunkered down from the hurricane. I don't know if it hit you guys today. It probably came through already when you see this, because this is 2 days behind. And I am so sorry for your loss, hon. It sounds like you have more stress right now in your life. And just take a deep breath, relax, and do the best that you can with what you have. And if you can't do carnivore right now, that's fine, hon. Try to stay keto the best you can through everything that you're going through. And if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. But I'm here for you. Just want to let you know. So you guys, several of you guys are asking me if I'm counting my macros on carnivore. And actually, I track it on Fitbit. And the reason for that is you got to make sure you guys are eating enough protein and fats on a carnivore diet. because if you don't, you're going to make yourself sick. I need at least 100 grams of protein, okay? And you should at least have 100 grams of fat with that. So it should be, pardon me, 1-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio. Fat being the 2, protein being the 1, or fat to protein 1-to-1 ratio, okay? It's different on a carnivore diet than it is eating keto, because keto has carbs involved and carnivore does not. So don't deprive yourself and starve yourself because you were on like a 13 or 1400 calorie on keto, or it's not going to work for you and it's going to cause issues. So you don't want to do that. They say 0.8 grams to 1 gram of protein per lean weight mass, okay? And then you would follow suit with the fat. Either it would be 1-to-1 fat to protein or 2-to-1. And I suggest, if you guys are a little confused, look at Paul Saldino's MD. Go to his website, check Sean Baker MD. Look at Dr. Barry MD. They all have books out. We'll list the books for Sean and for Paul and for Dr. Barry as well. And you guys should always check and research the doctor's sites about this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health practitioner. I'm not a medical nutritionist or anything like that. And this is information that I have gleaned from researching and reading. And I'm using it on myself in order, and Harry, in order for us to feel great, be healthy, healthy heart, healthy blood workup, and hopefully lose weight. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's why Harry is doing this. But please do some research. There's a lot of carnivore information out there, but some of these people are like me. They're not doctors, they're not health practitioners, they're just normal average folks that are experimenting on themselves, like I am, like Harry is. So please read and research some of the doctors that are actually doing that, because the clinical information that they're gleaning and that they are gathering from is very important. You know, you may not understand some of the verbiage or the language or some of the large technical terms and that kind of thing, and that's fine. But I suggest reading through it and perusing through it just to listen and make sure that you understand what you're doing when you do any change in your diet, any protocol that you're doing, because carnivore and keto is a life, it's a change. It's not something you can hop on and hop off of. You're going to cause more damage like on a ketogenic lifestyle if you only use it for a diet for a month or two and then lose your weight and then go right back to eating the sad standard American diet. It will cause more damage and more problems. So this is a lifestyle, being in ketosis and into a ketogenic state, which is ketogenesis, which is keto, and then carnivore, which is like the next step up, removing even more carbohydrates from your diet. You don't need to test, because if you're eating all animal products, all of the meat and the byproducts from the animal, you know, the meat, the eggs, the cheese, all of those things, and not eating any plant-based foods, you will be in ketosis, okay? You really will. Now, I've heard that actually you can be a little lower in ketosis than you were on keto, regular keto, and I'm not quite sure why that happens, but you will be in ketosis if you do this. And you will have changes to your gut, because if you were eating a lot of salads and a lot of plant foods on keto, your regular keto diet, and you were eating, you know, 20 total carbs or more and going on a net carb, the higher the amount of carbs you guys were ingesting, whether it be net or total will make a difference, because the gut biome that was feeding on all of the carbs and on all of those items is going to die off and be flushed out of your intestines, okay? So just be prepared for that, like I am. I'm having very loose stools right now. Harry had some issues. Now he's doing fine. So, you know, every time, and when you guys go off carnivore and back on to normal keto and you start adding vegetables, please add them back very slowly. Don't just like start going back to a ton of it. And I would suggest probiotics and digestive enzymes. I would take that for the first week I go back, if you decide to add back a lot of salad and a lot of vegetables. You know, your broccoli, your asparagus, your Brussels sprouts, your cucumbers, your salads, because you need to grow the bacteria and the gut bacteria back into your gut so it can digest and help eat those things up and digest them and break them down for you in your intestines, so that you guys don't have intestinal issues when you go off the carnivore lifestyle. So I just want to share that with you guys. Please do some researching. Go to Shawn Baker's YouTube. Just Google him. Search him in the YouTube section, Shawn Baker, Paul Saldino, you know, Dr. Barry, Ken Barry, you know, and research them and look, and then when you get on their site, do the carnivore, look for the carnivore information, because it's there. And everybody has their own take on it, just like keto. You know, keto has strict keto and dirty keto and clean keto. Well, carnivore has strict carnivore that's just steak and water, red meat and water. And then there's, you know, carnivore that has all the animal products, nose to tail meats, you know, all the byproducts, the chickens, the eggs, the cheese, the dairy products. You know, there's some carnivore that's meat, but even adds honey, which I would suggest not doing, because honey is going to kick your system way out of everything, because it's a straight sugar. It's a straight sugar, so I would not do that. But, and then there's people that just add an avocado and do everything else. You know, meat and animal products. There's some people that, you know, don't add any seasoning but salt. There's some carnivores that believe in adding some seasoning or a little mustard or a little, you know, Frank's Red Hot. So it's just as carnivore is just as diverse as the keto diet is. And the whole reason for that is everybody is different. Everybody's body, pardon me, I'm drinking some sparkling water, is totally different. So what works for me would not work for you. And the ultimate, if you have autoimmune diseases, if you have psoriasis, if you have eczema, if you are allergic to oxalates, if you're allergic to lectins, you know, you need to do your research and then start doing it for you. I would suggest, if you have any of those items, you might want to do like strict carnivore, really strict, and then add back one thing at a time to figure out what's causing it for you. But please research. I know we've done this. Don't blindly follow. Make sure that you are looking into it and you're doing what's best for you. Harry, for him right now, what's best for him is eating everything carnivore and taking everything dairy out of his life. And if he wants to have a little bit of almond milk in his coffee and do the rest carnivore, then that's what I'm going to let him do, because that works best for him. And we'll see. We don't know. It's an experiment on Harry. N equals 1. We're experimenting on Harry, and I'm going to help him out the best I can. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Please list down below. I'm gonna get off of comments right now, and I am gonna go walk for 10 minutes. And I think I'm gonna get in the jacuzzi tonight. And if I do, I'll show you a little picture. It's just a little jacuzzi. It's nothing much. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna go walk now. Anybody walking with me? Let me know below what kind of exercises are you guys doing. Share. Start your engines. 2.5 yesterday. That's where I'm at. Woo! Now I'm talking. Oh, I gotta walk 15 minutes though to get caught up because it's almost 2 o'clock. Yeah. So, how are you guys doing? You guys walking? Let me know what kind of exercise you guys are doing. Some of you guys are treadmilling. Some of you guys are elliptical. Some of you guys are just plain old walking outside, which I would love to do if it weren't so hecka hot. It's supposed to be 112 again, so that'll be 115 for us. So anyway, folks, see you guys when I'm done exercising and when we're ready for the next meal. Hey everyone, it's time for dinner and I've got our pork loin chops that I'm gonna be cooking. Look at these nice little pork loin chops. I'm gonna put them all in the air fryer. We each get 2. Ooh, look at that nice puppy. Ooh, yeah. And we'll come back, you guys, when it's dinner. It's pretty simple, and if we're hungry, if these don't give us the amount of meat that we need, we've got steak left over from yesterday that I can nuke too. So I can have some steak, but I think these are going to be pretty big because they were 1 pound 3 ounces when I weighed them. So they should be good. Put a little bit of salt on. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of Redmond's. I'm going to use some Redmond's garlic seasoned salt. Oh yeah. Yeah. That'll be good. Got a little tallow in here. There we go. Don't touch the lip. Don't touch the lip. Right, Harry?
Yep.
So, easy peasy, pick it easy. See you guys when it's pork. Okay, I'm gonna weigh out 2 pork chops just to see what they weigh. I'm gonna get a smaller pork chop and a medium pork chop. Well, I'll give Harry this one. I'll take this one because I cut it open to make sure it was cooked. That's almost 8 ounces. So we've got all this delicious pork lard in the thing. I think I'm gonna take the steak. Do you want a little bit of steak, Harry?
Oh, you can have some.
Steak sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, I'll take a little steak then, yeah.
This up.
Just warm it.
I'll just warm it. We may or may not eat it. We'll eat our pork first, folks. Just looks smaller because there's less in the pan, you know what I mean? There. Okay, everybody, this is gonna be our, let me see what this weighs. Let's see what Harry's weighs. Give him the biggest. Ooh, 9 pounds.
9 pounds. Man, I'm gonna be full.
9.59 ounces. Can you see?
How much?
9.59 ounces here. That's Harry's. This is Wendy's. Yum. That's dinner. Easy peasy. Simple and delicious. And it's got Byron's butt rub on it too, you guys. That's what we're having. If we're hungry, we'll have a little bit of steak, you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and close out this vlog today. Hope everybody had a great day. Hope you guys kept it carnivore and or keto. If you guys like what you see, please like, subscribe, ring that bell, give us a thumbs up. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. This does smell good.
Yeah, it smells great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yep.
I'm going to put this meat away and we'll just have